Hey, you. Good evening and morning to you. It's Thursday, August 1st, and 3.24 has just landed. It's making its debut for Wave 1 backers right now. I'll put a link to help you figure out if you're in Wave 1, but if I forget, just yell at me in the comments. 3.24 definitely has its rough spots, but they got to get this thing out so they can move on with testing for the following patch, or at least that's my take on it. Anyway, some housekeeping things to keep in mind for when you jump in tonight or now, or while you're supposed to be working, whatever you're doing out there. Like up, sub up, and ring up like a boss. Number 1. If you jump on soon as it hits, like right now, just know it's going to be crowded with a bunch of other folks doing the same thing. So the space station elevator requests are going to get backed up, and it could take a good while before an elevator that shows your hangar as a destination to choose on the buttons inside of it. So expect some long wait times to get to your personal hangar. Number 2. Could be hard to get used to, but ignore the ASOP terminals in your home planet and go straight to the elevators. That's been a point of bugginess in the Evocati builds. Only use the ASOP terminals if you're not at your primary residence or when all other efforts to get your personal hangar fail. Even if you're somewhere else, check the buttons inside the elevator first and see if your name appears there before you use the ASOP terminals. Number 3. After requesting permission to leave the hangar, it now says gateway granted instead of, I don't know, what did it used to say? Whatever. But it might not open right away. You might be put into a queue before it begins opening, so just give it a minute or so, maybe even longer when the patch first drops right now. Just keep that in mind. Number 4. If you have a large or extra large hangar, do yourself a favor and buy a golf cart, aka Grey Cat PTV. You can get one at Area 18 for 29,000 credits, and it'll save you some running around in your hangar. Number 5. The medium hangars have been the problem child of 3.24. If you bring up a ground vehicle in a medium hangar and move it off to the side so you can bring up a ship to put it in, ground vehicle may disappear. Just gonna have to roll with the punches in the medium hangars for now, peoples. Number 6. There's no magic ship inventory anymore, so if you're a loot fiend, go get yourself some store all boxes from the cargo deck shopping kiosk in the utility section. I like to get one size 1 SCU box for carrying into bunkers or anywhere outside the ship, and a bigger one to dump it all into when I return to the ship. Number 7. When you first use the freight elevator terminal, you'll be wondering why you can't move items onto the elevator. Hit the down arrow on the bottom left to send the elevator down, then you'll be able to begin moving items like your huggable, squeezable plushies onto them. Number 8. Depending on the ship, I believe the 400 eyes experienced in this, and I just had the same issue with the Valkyrie. Cargo can get stuck to the grid where you can't pull it off with the tractor beam, and sometimes you'll even get these gaps between where you can place the boxes instead of being able to snuggle them up right against each other. What I found is that storing the ship and then pulling it back up fixes this. I've only done it 2 or 3 times, so I don't know if it works across the board, but definitely worth trying. Number 9. If you do some commodities trading with a Carrack, make sure you choose auto load. Since the ship's cargo pods aren't in play yet, the only way to manually load a bunch of cargo in it is up the front ramp through the P-ways, and that'll take you all year to do. Number 10. You can do hauling missions with a Carrack, but since there's no auto loading for hauling missions, your best bet is throwing a cargo in the vehicle hangar. I don't know how much you can stick in there, but the higher level missions may not work out for that. Number 11. If you want to buy furniture, it's at the Kelto stores in New Babbage and Orison, or Dumpers Depot in Area 18. And Lorville, I don't know about, so go ahead and explore away for that one. Number 12. You might see trespassing pop up on your ship's elevator. It's a known issue. Just contribute to the issue council report so they can try and get that fixed up. Number 13. The vehicle loadout manager is off the table in this build, or at least in this last one. Maybe they put it back in for the one you were about to experience yourself, but you might have to do without rock stock Playboy. So you're getting your hands on this build's cornbread before it's all the way done in the middle. So you're gonna encounter some bugs. Keep calm and report them in the issue council so we can get them fixed up much faster. Make sure to do a search for similar or same reports as your issue so we're not duplicating our efforts here. And that's all I got. I'll see y'all out in the PTU. Fly dirty, citizens.